Hello everybody, welcome back to Through the Reel. Today we're going to be talking about space movies in general, and then we're going to do a retro movie review for 2001 A Space Odyssey, which we recently just saw in our film class. It's pretty weird, but we'll get to that in a bit. For anybody who tuned in last week, I cast Nugget Empire Fire. You were not very quiet.
You're ready now, like again.
And we found out shortly after the recording that the room we're in is not soundproof, like, at all.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So all those times where we were saying people were walking by and looking at us,
I wonder why.
yeah, it wasn't just because they were interested in us doing the podcast. Anyways, back to how hot Alice is. Yeah, and there's a poor girl sitting in a chair directly outside of our studio. Basically got to hear the entire podcast. Yeah, or if you're just one of the poor souls trying to study literally 20 feet away from us, you're probably gonna hear us.
Imagine trying to study for like your engineering exam. Fireball. I got Freddie Mercury again. Oh man.
Okay. Alright, space movies.
This is what spring is like on Jupiter in Mars.
Where do you want to start? Like an Interstellar?
Yeah.
Solid Interstellar?
Yeah,
that's
probably,
a good one.
Probably the I wouldn't say the most well known, but
It's up there.
yeah, it's
It's
probably
right
one of the
there.
most talked about.
Yeah.
So Interstellar, Christopher Nolan, I got some beef with him, but
Great
Interstellar's
best
pretty good.
Batman. Totally. Shout out Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan, we are deeply sorry. I was wrong about Batman. Give me an Oscar in a few years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's in charge of the guild now.
Yeah, I gotta start kissing up. Interstellar only has a 73 on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's wild.
That score has
That's
aged
actually
worse
crazy.
than most movies. Young Timothée Chalamet. I think it was Timothée Chalamet's first big screen appearance was the boy that says nothing in Interstellar.
That's what he's credited as.
I kind of forget, what is the goal? It's like the
The planet's
aren't
ending.
working.
We
Yeah.
only can eat corn now because for some reason the last two crops that were available, I think canonically, were okra and corn.
So yeah, the dust is taking over. That's about what I remember of like
Yeah.
the danger in the movie. Speaking of Matt Damon's in this movie. We were just talking
Weird
about Matt
career.
Damon.
Yeah. If I had to be stranded on a planet alone with anyone, I would choose Matt Damon. I think he would give me enough, like, we would get by.
He has quite a bit of experience being stranded on planets by now.
But okay, I have a take about Interstellar.
Mhm.
I love the movie. It looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Oh boy, Chris Nolan's getting ready.
He's lining up outside the window. He's gonna snipe me. Everything's great, and then I feel like they throw it all away with Matt Damon's character. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Twilight. But when he's going and
I
he's
haven't
like,
seen Twilight.
so it's in my
We
head.
tricked you guys. We're talking about Twilight again.
Edward Cullen is on the planet. No. When anyone who hasn't seen Interstellar, when he's flying out and he like steals the ship, after blowing up like his robot and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like going up and he makes it to the thing, but he docks incorrectly. And then there's 1,000,001 lights being like, don't open the door. You will die if you open the door. And he just, after just a brief couple of moments, and then blows himself up. And I have such a big problem with that because the whole movie they're talking about his character is like, he's the best human we've got.
Yeah.
He's the smartest. He's the most capable of surviving in a planet. We put him to the planet that has the most hope and we're good. And then he just kills himself immediately.
Well, That's it. He's the best human to survive on a foreign planet, not a spaceship. So he actually never
read
learned
the
how
fine
spaceships worked.
What's all this red beeping? I also like how the whole time in Interstellar they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make the black hole look accurate. We're gonna make everything. We're gonna do all this. We're gonna be really scientific with it. And then Matthew McConaughey is just in there. That he goes behind a bookshelf. I get it.
Very strange.
Very Space Odyssey
depiction.
ending. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I mean, made a little more sense than Space Odyssey's ending. Space Odyssey's.
What do you mean?
I don't know. All right,
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, Space Odyssey's final 10 seconds.
We'll get there. I mean, going straight into it, The Martian, as we were saying.
Yeah, Matt Damon back at again. Yeah, I think The Martian's really good. I actually kind of enjoy The Martian a little more than Interstellar.
Yeah. It's definitely shorter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's shorter. But it's also, I like the vibe of The Martian where it's just like a hangout movie. Honestly, you're just sort of hanging out with Matt Damon on Mars.
Yeah, he's talking. He does the fonts.
Yeah, it's like
the picture.
It's a concept I'd never thought about, but it's one that's like really enjoyable. It's just a space movie where you're just watching a guy sort of like play Minecraft. Like it's really fun to watch. Speaking of space movies, Star Wars is making its way back to the big screen.
Is it what is it, Star Killer or whatever?
So first, this is coming out like next year.
Okay.
I think like May. The Mandalorian and Grogu is a movie going to theaters.
I like The Mandalorian. I kind of got out of it in the last season.
Yeah.
Spoilers, but they killed my boy Pav Vizlov. The big guy with the like machine turret.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pav.
What a go. Is it Ryan Gosling gonna be like a pilot?
Yeah, that's other one.
That's what I thought you were talking about. I think it's like Star Killer or something. Yeah, that's right?
Starfighter. Yeah, that's in like 2027, I think. I think they started filming.
Fire.
They had like a set photo come out. It's Ryan Gosling and a little kid. This is also the first Star Wars movie that's going to take place after the sequels so far.
Oh.
So, yeah, new terrain.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to see that.
Oh,
I'll definitely give that a chance. The Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't know. The trailer came out. I
did not watch the trailer.
It looks like the TV show.
Makes sense.
It doesn't look like anything special.
I don't know what else they could really do. I'm not gonna lie, I forget the ending of season 3. Did they kill?
I didn't watch season 3.
No.
I watched season 2 and then
I liked season 1.
Out.
I liked season 2. I don't really remember as much of it.
Season 1 and season 2 were really fun. I really like the ending to season 2. I like how they made Luke Skywalker like a horror character.
Oh yeah, everybody. When he's walking on the bridge. Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, season 3 was a bit of a letdown. Was there a season 4? It was just 3, right?
Not yet. I think that's what the movie is.
Yeah, the movie, from what I'm seeing, it like, I mean, granted, it's the first trailer, but there's no like plot so far.
I was confused because it's like Grogu's not going to become a Jedi.
Yeah,
because like he went with Luke, and then Luke was like, no, and then like they're just like, okay, now we gotta kill Grand Moff, and I'm pretty sure they killed him. Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. I'm pretty sure they blew him up or something.
Did they? I don't know. That must have happened in season 3. But yeah, I'm looking at the trailer and it's just, I don't know. It doesn't even look better than the show. Yeah, I mean the show.
Sure, it had like
a movie.
Yeah,
but it had like that clean Netflix look.
Mm-hmm.
Where like, I don't know, it looks too polished to be a movie. I feel like your quality of a show gets more and more polished until it hits like high budget movie quality, and then it
Yeah.
honestly gets dirtied up a little bit.
Yeah, and then it doesn't look as fun.
Yeah, it just looks a little better when it's dirtied up a bit. But they kept it clean. It looks like 4 episodes of the TV show. It's a little disappointing. What are you laughing at over there?
I looked up what happened at the end of Mandalorian season 3, and I'm just gonna read out the AI overview. You ready?
Oh, okay.
At the end of The Mandalorian Season 3, Bo-Katan Kryze becomes the new ruler of Mandalore, while Din Djarin officially adopts Grogu as his son, renaming him Din Grogu. The two return to Navarro, where they accept a new job from Grief Karga to work as freelance contractors for the New Republic. This sets up the new status quo for main characters, with Bo-Katan leading Mandalorians and Din Djarin and Grogu settling into a new life.
Yes, of course. That is what you get to look forward to in the new season.
I can't wait to see what what Grogu and Din Djarin get up to working for Grief Karga on Navarro.
Yeah, that is. God, that sounds so boring. And then in the sequel to the Mandalorian and Grogu, you will be able to see Glub Shido come over for his first on-screen appearance since the Phantom Menace. Like, who cares about this?
Gaper Bingzoy.
Yeah, like, who cares? I don't know.
I love Star Wars. That's too much.
Yeah, honestly, making a movie of this, not a terrible idea.
No, yeah.
It makes people look. I don't think it should go to theaters. I think
Really?
having it be like the series finale and it's a Disney Plus movie would get people to watch, but like it doesn't look good enough to go to theaters. Like, I'm not paying $10 plus, of course, I'm getting a drink. I'm not paying $20 to go see 4 episodes of a TV show. I think the Ryan Gosling movie should have came out first.
Mm-hmm.
So then
We need a little refresh.
Yeah.
We need
people that saw like Andor are, the last thing they remember about Star Wars before seeing a new thing, like brand new idea, the last thing they remember is good.
Yeah.
I mean, Mandalorian and Grogu might be good, but like
Sure.
it's got like,
I feel like we just lost the plot a little bit. The reason I like Mandalorian is because it was like, hey, we have this cool bounty hunter. It's like Boba Fett, and he's going out there and he's doing all this, but now he has this like cool force wielding thing. It's like, whoa, Luke is here now. And then you look at season 3 and it's just like, I have to go take a bath in the lake on a poisoned planet, and then I can put my helmet back on. And it's like, what? Yeah,
it's very strange why they would go back to it so suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
It has the markings of a worse era of Star Wars, and I don't think you should send it out there into the world as your first thing back into the theaters, especially giving the last movie that came out in theaters for Star Wars, in my opinion, is like the worst Star Wars movie by far.
Absolutely. My problem with Star Wars is I always liked it when it was just movies. And I know, whatever, there's really good shows. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just one of those people. But the way I'm thinking about it is like, I really liked it where it's like anything you could talk about to someone who also likes Star Wars, you just have to watch the original, the prequels. And then, the sequels are optional, right? But now it's like, there's so many things that I see online. There's so many things where it's like we're talking about like what the best like Star Wars character is or something, which weirdly comes up a lot. I don't know why. But like so many people hype up characters that like do nothing. Like Darth Maul is cool, don't get me wrong. But in the movie alone, he's not that cool. But then when I ask about it, it's like, oh no,
the Clone
you have
Wars
to watch 14 seasons of the Clone Wars. Make sure to watch 8 seasons of the Rebels, and then come back and watch Ahsoka and everything. It's like I don't care.
I will say,
I'm just gonna say it's Luke. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I will say the Clone Wars show and Rebels a little bit. Rebels isn't as good, but the Clone Wars show was really good. I remember watching that when it was coming out.
I wish I did because it's too much now.
It came out during an era where there was no Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like it was, I think the Clone Wars ended like 2 years before Force Awakens came out.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was the only Star Wars out there. I think their big problem is too many shows that could have been movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's so daunting to be like, oh, I want to get back into Star Wars, and you have 40 episodes, each one is 40 minutes to an hour long.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to watch all that. But like if you said, oh, I want to get back into Star Wars, and there's like 4 movies, that's doable.
Yeah.
That's doable. And you can like skip one. But like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show could have been a movie.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I forgot about Obi-Wan.
all the
it was
bad stuff in that show could have been cut out, and literally the movie would have just been the good parts. And you know, that's kind of what you want a movie to be. You want it to be like good the whole way through. I think it would have been better as a movie.
I watched the first episode of Kenobi, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch the like last episode because I know that's when the cool Obi-Wan and Vader fight happens. And let me tell you, every time anyone asks or brings up Kenobi in conversation, I can fully get through the conversation with only those 2 things.
Yeah,
Because like
it's the only thing.
no
people
one
liked
mentions
about it.
anything else. They're like, oh yeah, it's really weird seeing him in the beginning of Tatooine. I'm like, yeah, I know, Ryan. They're like, but that fight? And I'm like, yeah. And it's like his voice changes. They're like, yeah. And that's all you need. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, it was such a strange show. I don't understand the inclusion of Princess Leia.
Because they had to know each other. Because she like emails him
in
New Hope.
Did they need to know each other?
She could have just done what her father told her to do if there was ever a
she could have
thing.
just been like, Obi-Wan Kenobi's the last Jedi.
Oh, hey, make sure to
alive.
call this
Like,
guy if anything goes wrong on your space adventure.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a very disappointing show, especially for that character, because it was kind of
Obi-Wan's so cool.
It was kind of like kid friendly to an extent that the depressed Obi-Wan Kenobi in exile fighting the guy who he chopped off all the limbs of, and Obi-Wan Kenobi's like getting tortured for the first half of the show. You know, maybe it shouldn't be the kid-friendly show. Like, maybe that should have been Mandalorian and Grogu, which it already was. Like, you already had your family-friendly show. No need to make the Obi-Wan Kenobi like Logan movie or show the friendly one.
That was another thing too. When I found out it was just gonna be like another like Last of Us Logan thing, where it's like grizzled, like angry guy has to take her
girl.
Nice, happy, optimistic young girl, and it's like, oh, he learns that he shouldn't be as upset. I'm like, I know, I get it. I saw this everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah, it was Kenobi was disappointing.
I was so sad about that.
All right, we might need to move on from Star
it time?
Wars. Star Wars is taking over. All right, I don't know if you've seen this movie.
Oh boy,
it's another space movie, of course. Super Mario gooning in space.
What?
We're talking about Chris Pratt, Jennifer Lawrence's passengers. Have you ever seen this?
No.
I remember when this movie was coming out.
Where like, oh, he woke up out of hibernation and there's like this robotic bartender. I remember the ads.
So this movie looked cool when it was coming out. I remember then seeing it. It was like back in 2016, 10-year-old me going to see a movie where Chris Pratt is just gooning for half the movie. Literally stalking this girl in her sleep, and then like halfway through the movie he decides to break her pod to wake her up. Yeah, because he's
I thought
so
it was like two malfunctions.
No, he's so low. Well, that's what he tells her.
That's crazy.
She's like, how long have you been awake? About a year. So my pod malfunctioned too, I guess. I guess.
Ignore
the stains on your pod.
No,
he's like, where's the picture? He's
I don't want to
sitting there, beard out to here, looks like a woodsman, and he's like eating his cereal outside his pod or outside her pod, like talking to her. He's like, we would really get along. He's
like, did they not pack like a shaving kit?
No, that's the thing. He then shaves when he opens her pod, and he's looking like Chris Pratt. It's a Mia Mario type guy.
Forgot who you're talking about until you
he's
said it's a Myanmar.
freaking gooner. And then
Ugh.
she finds out, takes her maybe like a week, and then she's like, you know what? We're good. And then they dap up, they make out, and you know, I guess they die together. But
could you imagine waking up out of hibernation? There's just 2 dead bodies there, and it's like, what?
yeah, I think that's what happened at the end.
That's insane. That's so sad.
They also did some like ridiculous stuff to during that time, because at the end of the movie it flashes forward and there's like 90 years left on the trip. It flashes forward to when they get there and all the other people wake up and there's just a tree in the like main area. Like they somehow planted a tree on a spaceship.
Lorax.
Yeah, like it's all metal and somehow there's like a giant redwood tree in the main area.
A redwood?
Yeah, I don't remember.
That would
it was
be
big.
insane.
It was
a
big.
redwood.
It was a
Honestly,
big
let's just
ass
go
tree.
with it.
But yeah,
You don't get it, pretty. It's the power of love.
Passengers was such a funny movie to like think back on.
Here's an older one, so we're honing in on the old
On the target.
on the target. The Alien.
Oh yeah, Alien.
I don't like it.
You don't like Alien?
I don't like Alien. I had this whole thing. I watched it. I just couldn't do it. I don't know what it is. I like the idea of Alien. I don't like Alien.
Have you seen the second one?
No, I have not. I heard it's better.
Aliens is all right. So
But
Alien.
it's also not the Xenomorph, right?
No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it changed.
No.
Huh.
Alien is them getting attacked
Yeah,
by
it's
the aliens,
like-
slowly getting picked off, and Aliens is like, you know, they're like, all right, we know what this is, and then
Yeah.
they go back to like kill
That's
all of them.
crazy. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I
I just got a call from Ohio. I already declined it. I should have picked it up.
Bro, that's our first.
The first
caller.
guest.
Yeah, that's our first guest.
We pick it up. It's just Christopher Nolan.
Oh God, Christopher Nolan's in Ohio.
Take it back. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So today's retro movie review is 2001: A Space Odyssey. So
Man,
it was
oh
a couple
man.
days ago.
This was my first time watching.
It was mine too.
I was really excited to see this movie, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint. It was. I liked it a lot. The beginning. Did you care for the whole Dawn of Man sequence
I
in
liked
the beginning?
that.
I liked it
Yeah,
too.
I liked it. I thought
Poor
it was going to
dude
be
got eaten
shorter
by a
than
jaguar,
it was.
and they didn't even try and save him.
That was a real jaguar, wasn't it? I was watching that, and I was like,
I was like, is that guy okay?
yeah, did they just have a guy in a monkey suit
That
get
was an
attacked by a
actual
jaguar?
I'm so sad this isn't a video podcast yet, because your face when you said that was the most concerned look I've ever seen.
Bro, I don't know what Kubrick's doing. I've seen some
Dude.
videos of Kubrick like going nuts on his actors. So
Yeah, the whole Shining.
yeah,
like,
maybe that guy pissed him
120
off. So he was like,
Imagine
Get the
being like,
jaguar.
you're the one who gets it. Or was it like, hey, just so you all know, during the scene, we don't know where the jaguar is going to go. Any of you can be attacked.
yeah,
Just really acting out, though.
because you would think it would have been like whoever's in charge of like training
Yeah.
or like keeping control of the jaguar. They just put them in a monkey suit. But yeah, there were a bunch of them just sitting there. It could have gone after
Yeah.
a different one.
And also, like, don't jaguars actually hunt, like, chimpanzees and, like, apes and stuff? I'm pretty sure, right? But it's like, that seems like such an uncontrolled environment, because it's like they're all there looking like it's natural, like, prey in some way. And then one of them gets attacked and everyone else is supposed to scream and flail their arms. Like, the jaguar could have just freaked out and, like, sprinted towards, like, any of them.
Yeah, it's
I would not want to sign up for that scene. Also, that poor let's not even get into the whole space thing. Let's just keep talking about the Dawn of Man. But that poor guy who got beat to death with like clubs.
Yeah.
In the beginning. Imagine being the one guy who's like, "Don't worry, gang. I'm gonna stand up for this water hole that we fought so hard for," and then he gets beaten
jumped.
to death
Gets
by like
ju-
7 people with a club.
Step off! Step out! Shit! They jumping me! They jumping me!
That's the first jumping in history.
The first murder happened. Like, Insane.
Um,
Oh my god, insane.
what are your thoughts on Hal?
Hal?
Yeah.
Obviously, love his voice.
I can see you're really upset about this.
It's eerie. I don't like it. Just seeing like the red dots everywhere. When that ship turned around, I was like, oh. Yeah, okay. We're cooked. Like,
it was really unsettling how long the scene of Dave killing Hal was.
yeah.
Because he's like
the slowly
and
turning.
he's like begging for his life the whole time. He's like, Dave, I can't feel I can't feel my sensors. Dave, I can't remember.
My mind is going. I love because like I really like the detail. And I was gonna say whether this was planned or not. It's Kubrick, of course it was.
Yeah.
But I like the thing that he can't like yell or raise his voice. So I like that even though he's saying things that seem very urgent, it's very calm, which just adds to it. Where he's just like, I feel much better. And then he just starts like turning. It's like, my mind is going, Dave. You're killing me, Dave. It's just like,
it's really unsettling.
I liked how long the Dawn of Man thing took because I like seeing how it is, and then it builds up to the Black Monolith. Really cool. We'll get into that later. But overall, it was a slower paced movie.
It was.
I
think
things took longer sometimes than they should have.
Yeah, I think some things could have been short. I think
like the one where they're eating ham sandwiches in the shuttle.
And like granted, this is before Star Wars. This is before the main Star Trek stuff. This is also before they went to the moon.
Yeah.
So
insane how good they did all the space stuff.
But yeah, even though it's before all that, I get that it's like a big spectacle to see the spaceships moving. There were some parts where you're just seeing the spaceship float for 10 minutes.
Yeah, the biggest thing I have is as an example for that is when like after Dave kills Hal and everything and he watches it and then it cuts to them being at Jupiter and it's this like really slow before any of the crazy like space light thing happens. It's like the ship slowly moving towards Jupiter and then you see this rotating iPhone going through space and sometimes like there's no light reflected on it, so it's just nothing. You're just looking at space.
Yeah.
But it keeps going like whatever that music was. I bumped the mic, but like whatever that was, where it's just spinning, and you're like,
Yeah.
Is Dave supposed to talk to it? What's the game plan here?
There are parts where it takes too long to cut.
I liked the space lights a lot.
I did too.
I thought it was really cool.
I think that whole last...
It's like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think that whole bit... Alright, I think from the part where Dave gets out of the trapped room to go kill Hal, I think from that point on, it's like great.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I will say...
I think before that, it was a little slow. It didn't... it didn't give you very much to do. But I think from that point on, it's like that's the movie that you're there to see.
Oh, yeah. But the room, man.
Yeah, that room at the end. I think the idea of like seeing yourself in the second person and then like without like any signal of it happening, you're then... And then you're the point of view of that person.
It's like he turns around and then he turns back and then he's just there and he's eating food.
Yeah, and it just keeps happening. Like you can look over, see yourself 20 years older, and then you blink and then you're in the body of that version of you. That is until you die.
One,
yeah, until you die.
One of like, look, I've watched plenty of horror movies and stuff like that, and I do really like what is that? I do really like horror movies and stuff like that, but I rarely get too like scared by things. I'm not saying that to be like, oh, Macho Man, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the one thing that was like, oh, I don't like that is when it's the really old Dave and it like he's looking forward and then it cuts, and it's just the monolith. It's just
sitting
there, and I'm
yeah,
like,
it's huge.
I don't like that. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, let's get away from that thing. I'm good.
I think some of the ideas brought up in sci-fi movies are some of the scariest things that I've
man.
seen on movies, because
Yeah.
it's like there's such strange concepts.
Yeah.
And the idea that you get trapped in this thing from space, and you're just stuck. Like once Dave
He
was
had
in
no
the
sense of time.
yeah,
but he
once
was there
Dave
for
was
like
in the light tunnel,
Yeah.
that's it. Like there's no way to escape it, because you're in the room and you're just
there's no
just
exit.
aging. Yeah.
There's no like, man. Do you think they gave him like anything? So what do you think the room is? Do you think it was like heaven or something? I've seen a lot of stuff.
No.
People think it's like a zoo, like an exhibit of human or something, where it's like, look at this cool architecture Earth room, and look at this guy just living his life.
I think it's
I like the zoo idea a lot.
I think it's sort of a zoo, but also I think it's the monoliths, like what the monolith has gathered
From
that
Earth.
like so imagine when we see, like, when humans discover a new animal,
Yeah.
they just sort of like I don't want to say like play with it, but they just like see what happens
watch
when
it,
you do
yeah.
stuff. Like when you put it in an environment that's not its own, they like now we don't, because it's like animal
Inhumane,
cruelty. But like
yeah.
imagine 200 years ago, they just like, what happens if I throw a rock at this thing? What happens if I do this? And
Take this grizzly bear and put it in the middle of a rocky desert.
Yeah.
See how it does.
and like especially when you're like a kid and you don't know any better, that's what was terrifying for me about it, because that's what I like saw the monolith as. It's like an alien that's basically just
just touring
like,
around.
Yeah, it's like it gathered from
Yeah, because it was on Earth.
Yeah, it gathered from viewing humans that like that's how they age. That's like they have to eat. That's how they age. This is the kind of stuff that they have in their rooms. So it created all that, and then it just like forced them through the process.
Yeah.
Because it wanted to see the process.
Have you ever heard of the 3-body problem?
No.
It was this book written, and it's about like space and stuff like that, and it's a whole thing. But basically, what it is it's this like question where it's like, it's basically like, hey, we shouldn't send out signals into space being like, hey, here we are, you know, because we don't know what's out there, like, and all that stuff, where it's like, it's kind of more like it's a horror sci-fi novel basically being like, oh, we sent out basically direct coordinates, and then people showed up and just messed Earth up and like took over, where it's like, but I like that kind of idea, because now more people are just adopting it outside of the novel. Like, we should stop. You know?
I think that's a smart idea, because,
and that's what
like,
made me think of it. I was like, don't touch the monolith.
if you send out signals,
hey, just made it out to space.
yeah, if you send out signals that we're here, if something has the ability to travel here, they have the ability to do, like, it's not like we're gonna have like any defenses.
And
that'll
what we
work.
send out like 70s rock music on a like
like,
a thing, and it's like, they don't care.
Our defenses have nothing on them if they have the ability to come here.
Yeah.
What do you think of the big baby? What do you think of the big gigantic baby at the end of the movie?
I think it is Dave, right? Dave's the baby. Is he God now? Is that what's implied? Is he being sent down to just live out another human life? Or is he stuck in that little space womb forever, and then he's just this floating weird god?
I have no idea. I think the plot was lost a bit.
I think he got
just the baby.
He took a little too much LSD when he was making that light scene, and then he forgot what was happening, and now we're here.
Yeah, I like everything before that, you understand, and then the big baby.
I appreciate an open ending.
I would have honestly preferred it ended with Dave staring at the monolith.
Yeah.
because he's still alive. I mean,
I
barely,
think so too.
barely, but he's still alive. But it's very ominous.
And he looks like happy.
Yeah,
That it's there.
and it's like a very uncanny way to end it. The baby just like
the baby's more like weird.
Yeah, it was horrifying, and then the baby shows up, and then the credits roll, and you're just like, so what happened?
Yeah.
But like with him staring at the monolith, you don't know exactly what's happening, but like whatever it is not good.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing about this class is not everyone in there is a film student, right? But something about this movie, when everything started happening with like Hal, I saw everyone like around me like put their phones away and were like paying attention, and they watched through the whole light show, through killing Hal, through the weird hotel room, and then like it got up to the monolith, and everyone was like really paying attention, even people who during the beginning of the movie was like, I don't care about this. Like I heard people whispering, they're like, I don't care. They were like leaned forward watching, and then the baby thing happened. And they like almost all collectively just leaned back and took out their phone again. I'm like, no!
It's such a strange way to end the
then
movie.
And then you walk out of the theater, and then all those people are like, that was kind of a waste of time. And I'm like, no, please.
I feel like if the baby
attention.
Wasn't there, nobody would have had that
so
reaction. They would have been
like,
whoa.
dude, that was kind of crazy. And I'd be like, yes, thank you. You care. Oh, man.
Yeah, the big baby kind of ruined it.
Big baby messing everything up.
All right, well, that's probably going to do it for today. We'll see you guys next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about.
We'll find something.
Maybe Thanksgiving movies.
Hey.
We'll be coming up on that. I do think at some point we should do a watch party as
I
one
would
of the
love
episodes.
to. I would love to.
We could honestly do Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That would be a fun
watch party.
Yeah, fun little Thanksgiving.
And then
or we could watch the Thanksgiving horror movie. There's an idea.
There's an idea. I think I thought this was really actually I'll stop it now. All right, we'll see you guys next week. We'll probably be doing something Thanksgiving related. We'll see you guys. Goodbye.